Welcome to Weebs Top 10 Watch Club of Kanajo or Girlfriend, episode 8. Spoilers ahead, so if you haven't watched the episode, check it out. I'm Scott.
And I'm Jonah.
All right. Another good episode in my opinion. In this episode, brief synopsis. What's G Cup's name?
I think it's Mrs. G Cups.
Okay, well, Mrs. G Cups, she's trying ever harder to seduce Noya, and Saki, the protector, she is stepping in the way and doing some good jobs. So like the episode starts out, she comes to the classroom, starts talking to him. Even people are like, what's the relationship? And she grabs him tight, presses her boobs against his arm, and is like, we're in a serious relationship. To which Saki has one of my favorite scenes so far, and she just death grips her titties and and is like, stop pushing your nasty tits on his shoulder.
Couldn't agree more. I don't know what any guy would want that.
Oh man, what'd you think of this episode?
I thought it was really funny. I was always curious to see how they were gonna add. I think her name's like Milka, or like vlogger name or whatever it is.
Yeah,
but I was always wondering if she was gonna show up like every episode, or like maybe she'll go away for like an episode or something like that. But they've consistently added her since she's been introduced, and I do like she's like official part of the group.
Yeah, and I like that. And we talked about this before, but I'm glad that it's really solidifying because I just didn't know how it would go as far as like if she just eventually get accepted. But it looks like there's gonna be a big fight if she ever does get accepted, as far as she's gonna really have to work her way in. And I really enjoyed that. I was a little afraid she'd get accepted too quickly because I really like the dynamic of the two timing relationship. And I don't know, I'm rooting for the two timers.
Yeah, fair, same.
Not saying that I can't be open to more, but the two timing relationship has its own dynamics, and we haven't. Each episode they're expressed like it's growing more, and they're like developing it more, and I always enjoy seeing that. And so I don't want another one to get added until I feel like that dynamic is like fully explored. I'm fine with like this invader part. I really enjoyed that. So I'm glad we're going down that route, because especially since we didn't know exactly what direction it would go when it was first seeming like another girl might enter. I was afraid that she would just enter easily. Even every time they denied her, it felt like the next episode maybe she'd get added, and now I don't think she'll be added officially for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
And so that makes me happy, because I like the dynamics, and like everyone's still figuring it out. And I like, not that this show's like realistic, but that feels more real to me, that they're like figuring it out. It's not just like, okay, now we're in this like threesome relationship. Oh, here's another one. Now we're in a foursome relationship. It's like we're in a threesome relationship, and like how does this work?
Right. Yeah, like they're still trying to figure out like the rules and guidelines.
Yeah, exactly. And like that segues into like the next part of the episode pretty well, where so during this whole exchange of like tit grabbing and whatnot, Noya feels like Saki is lonely, and that's why she is being so aggressive, and he realizes that she's scared. So he like just starts fully embracing her like in the middle of class, which causes G Cups to run, and then he has her sit on his lap through all of class, which was pretty good, because the teacher was like, oh, we're starting class now, and he was like, she was lonely, and he's like, okay, well, turn to your pages.
I don't get paid enough for this.
Yeah. And then of course Nagisa saw it, and so she was a little jealous. So when they got back home, Saki just on so much confidence was like, you should embrace Nagisa. And so she did, but then he was like, you should watch it. And so she gets like pseudo NTR'd in front of her face. Which she kind of enjoyed, which I honestly what Saki doesn't want to admit it, but I think she's built for this type of relationship. She protects the group. She kind of likes the dynamic. She likes it so much it makes her uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And I thought that whole scene was great. When she was like watching, she's like, I can't look, but I can't look away.
I mean, that was some intense hugging. I mean, it was able to put Nagisa on the ground.
It did put Nagisa on the ground. What'd you think about that whole scene?
I liked it. Like I think we say almost every time. Like I like that both of them are like slowly growing as like okay, we're starting to understand how this two-timing relationship works. So any chance like both of them get a little love, I'm like good. I'm glad.
Yeah, exactly. And so, yeah, and honestly, the more like the relationship becomes like an actual relationship between all three of them, the more I enjoy it.
Yeah.
And so like I was saying earlier, I'm fine if other girls get added ultimately, but I want to feel like they're fully all three boyfriend and girlfriends, before anyone gets added. Like I want it to feel like, oh, this is already a really strong relationship. I guess we can add someone else.
Yeah.
So, and I think that's how it's developing. We'll find out, I guess, but I think it's how it's developing. It'll be interesting because they keep showing the purple girl, not just in the episodes, but the theme song and the ending. So I'm really curious how she starts entering the fray. But how did the episode end? Oh yeah. So so then Noya is like, hey, I think she has a crush on me because she's like blushing everywhere I am. And both the girls find that like, oh no, if he realizes she has a crush, we're doomed. And so Saki brings Nagisa aside and is like, I got a plan. So she tells him that she's in heat. that happens to women every once in a while, and then she just proceeds to destroy like belittle Noya, being like, you're average, you have no talents, why would do you really think she's into you?
Yeah, like that. And heat only affects people, it depends on their boob size. It's how much they go in heat.
That's right. So he goes to, and so Saki's like, so I'll be fine, and then he goes to Nagisa and is like, does that mean you'll get into it? And she's like, and the whole time she's like, she's lying in her head. And then Saki gives her like a little look and she's like, I mean, not right now, but eventually it will happen every once in a while. And he's like, well, let me know. I don't want you to try to handle it on your own. And she's like, okay, I'll be counting on you when it happens. So good, which then leads to the end of the episode where Noya apologizes to G Cups in the front of everyone in the class, saying that he's sorry, he thought she had a crush on him. And then she kind of freaks out because she does have a crush on him, so she grabs him by the hand and runs out of the class with Saki behind being like, no. And end of episode. So what do you think is gonna go from there?
I think she's gonna kill him.
Just go full school days.
Oh yeah, full school days. Just like maybe like carve them out and wear them as skin.
Oh god!
I think that's the only way it can go. To be honest,
just yandere up to 12.
I feel like I'm Noya now.
Hello, ladies. I'm Noya now.
I think that's the only way.
Oh god. I think the beginning of the next episode, she'll probably just tell him that he has a crush. She has a crush.
Yeah.
Which will be interesting. I will be interesting to see if he goes, you're just saying that because you're in heat.
Back away, you slut.
So it'll be interesting to see where it goes. I think even if he finds out, he'll deny her for the rest of the season. I'll be a little surprised if he doesn't.
Yeah. And I will say, if after like say it does end like episode 12, if they don't introduce the purple girl, she's only in like those 4 clips, and then like the intro. I'm like, man, they really tried to like, crap. We need a 4th one. Just throw her in. We don't need her yet, but throw her in.
Right. I almost feel like that might happen. Or she's gonna overhear a conversation.
Yeah, which I think that's probably the most logical one because my guess is like since her and Saki are friends, she'll go visit Saki and her parents like, oh, she's next door. She lives over there now.
Ooh, like maybe the mom accidentally spills the beans.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, I could see that happening. Or she hears maybe this conversation between Noya and G Cups, and then they'll mention the 2 timing or something.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's probably like the best way. If I'm right, I'm probably gonna stop watching the series, to be honest. That's a little creepy.
It's like, oh no, I'm living in the mangaka's head.
I'm tapping out here. I'm done.
But another good episode. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the dynamics. That was pretty funny. Yeah, I just want more and more development of this relationship, honestly.
Right. Yeah, I do hope that each episode, which it seems like they're doing to some degree, they kind of add like another layer to the like relationship. So I hope like every episode from now on just keeps like adding more and more to it.
Yeah, and I'm hoping by the end, and I think it will, because I'm guessing it's going to end on some kind of like festival episode or something with fireworks or something.
Classic.
Yeah, which I mean, I say that as like a trope, being like, like fireworks. That's exactly what I want, though. Like if they don't give it to me, I'll be like, hey, I'm not watching this anime not to have tropes.
Right.
But I'm hoping for at least one of these scenes, if not a few. Now that we're starting to develop the relationship more, I really want to see like all 3 of them together do things as like a throuple. And like everyone just kind of acknowledging that it's a throuple, not like the world, but like those 3.
Yeah.
Because right now all the development, while good, is either the girls bonding over like cock blocking G cups, or twat swatting, and like when Saki ran off in this episode and she was gonna change in the room with Noya just so that G Cups couldn't get alone time, but Nagisa saw what was happening, so she anonymously texted G Cups and was like, "Come to the roof or else I'll spill your secret. Like I saw this online." And I was like, "Look at Nagisa being a little mastermind."
Right.
So,
I don't know. Hashtag justice for G Cups.
That's that's hilarious. I mean, I do like G Cups. I just want this relationship to be developed more. But
right,
as I was saying, they keep developing like everyone individually, and it strengthens the group. But like the girls are bonding over like twat swatting basically, and like a few other things. And then he develops individually with both girls, but I kind of want all 3 of them to like develop together.
Truly bond.
Yeah, exactly. So I hope we have some kind of like at least one solidification moment where it's like, all right, we're doing this. Which like I know they are doing it, but I feel like no one's fully been like, this is our life now.
Yeah, I'm willing to bet that's not going to happen if there is a festival, because any like trope anime, that only happens when there's fireworks. I think it's just part of nature.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm really hoping there is a fireworks at episode 12 festival with fireworks, and then they like all 3 hold hands and they're like, you know what? I'm happy being in this 2 timing relationship.
Yeah.
Because that's how they'd say it.
Right.
You got any other thoughts?
No, I mean, like I said, so far, I have not hated any of the episodes. They've always kept it like fresh. I
Yeah,
think roughly they have 4 more episodes left, so hopefully they end it out with like a fiery bang.
yeah, I agree. They yeah, I would say every episode, they either go down the path I want them to. Like, there's like, it could go down a different path. Like when G Cups was like saying, "I'll date you," you know, it could have gone down the okay path or like the resistance path or whatever. So they keep either going down a path that I'm hoping for, or they take it in a different route that I was like, I didn't even think you'd go here, but I'm really happy we got here.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm really excited, and I've really been enjoying it so far. So, all right, leave your comments down below. Have you been enjoying it? What do you think is going to happen? Do you want the relationship to solidify? Do you want all 4 girls to be in the relationship now? Let us know in the comments down below, and we'll see you next time.
See ya.